There is a version of you that you have never met. Not a fantasy, not a dream. A real, living version of you that wakes up without hesitation, moves without permission, and builds without needing anyone to notice. You have felt him before. In the rare moments when you followed through completely, when you did the thing you said you would do, without negotiating, without delay. That feeling of quiet pride afterward, that was him. That was the version of you that already exists beneath everything you have settled for. The question is not whether he is real. The question is, why do you keep choosing the other one? The one who hits snooze, the one who needs the right mood before he starts, the one who talks about changing but wakes up the same. Every time you choose comfort over commitment, you are not just losing a day, you are voting for an identity. You are telling yourself, slowly, quietly, that you cannot be trusted. And that belief, compounding over weeks, over months, becomes the cage. Stoicism does not offer you comfort, it offers you truth. And the truth is this: you already know what you need to do. You have always known. The only thing standing between you and the person you want to become is the negotiation you keep having with yourself every single morning. So, let us end it. There is a voice inside you that has been running your life, not your ambition, not your values, the other voice, the one that bargains, the one that says, you are tired today, start tomorrow, the one that says, just this once, just skip this one, you have done enough. That voice is not your friend. It is not wisdom. It is not self-care. It is the part of you that chose comfort so many times it convinced itself that comfort is the goal. The disciplined person does not argue with that voice. They do not negotiate, reason, or beg it to be quiet. They simply do not listen. The alarm rings. They rise. The schedule arrives. They act. Not with resentment, with a calm, almost emotionless certainty. Because here is what most people miss about discipline. It is not about willpower. Willpower runs out. Discipline is about removing the decision entirely. When something is already decided, when it is no longer a question, energy stops being wasted on convincing yourself. You just move, like gravity, like a law of nature. Epictetus said it plainly, no person is free who is not master of themselves. And that freedom does not come from motivation. It does not come from the right morning playlist or the perfect conditions. It comes from the moment you decide that the internal negotiation is over, that you are no longer available for that conversation. Every time you act without bargaining, you starve that voice a little more. At first it screams, then it whispers, then it falls silent. And that silence, that is not emptiness. That is the space where your real self begins to grow. At some point, you stop announcing what you are building. You stop sharing every goal, every plan, every promise to turn things around. Not because you are hiding, but because you finally understand what talking was really doing. It was releasing the pressure before it could build power. You felt the movement without making the sacrifice, and nothing changed. Real transformation does not need a megaphone. It needs silence. When you stop seeking validation for your progress, something unexpected happens. People who were close to you start calling you distant, cold, changed. But what they are really feeling is your stillness. And stillness is deeply unsettling to people who have never sat with themselves quietly. Most people panic in silence. They need constant noise, constant feedback, constant reassurance that they are alive and on track. But discipline does not seek attention. It becomes attention. You walk into a room without a word, and something shifts, not because you demanded respect, but because your silence carries weight. The weight of choices made alone, of standards held when no one was watching, of a person who no longer needs to be understood to keep going. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." Your silence reclaims that control. It gathers your energy like a storm, holds it, sharpens it, so that when you do move, when you do execute, it is not tentative. It is direct. It is clean. It is heavy. The less you speak, the more people want to know what you are doing. The less you share, the more they feel the gap between their life and yours. Not because you manipulated them, but because you were simply working while they were watching. This is not a transformation that happens overnight. It starts small. One alarm you do not snooze, one task you do not delay, one moment you feel the pull to quit and do not. Each of these is a vote, and the more you vote, the clearer the identity becomes. You stop trying to be disciplined. You start being it, not for applause, not for recognition, not because someone is watching, but because you made a decision, quietly, privately, that you matter enough to take yourself seriously. And once that decision is made and repeated enough times, it rewrites everything. The way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you respond when pressure arrives. You are no longer governed by how you feel. You are moved by something deeper: duty, clarity, purpose. That is what makes the disciplined person so unsettling to others. It is not cruelty, it is not arrogance, it is simply that you can no longer be easily moved. And in a world built entirely on distraction and reaction, someone who cannot be shaken stands out. You did not come here to blend in. You came here to build something real, in silence, in strength, and in total alignment with the person you said you would become. So take one more step, and then another, until you no longer recognize the person who used to wait.